Welcome everyone. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I have the dice here. We're going to do the main cards, Universal Golden Tarot. We are going to set the tone with the LENORMAND Reverie. We have both upright and reversal clarifiers with mini rider weight. And we're going to pull oracle cards at the end as well. This is a general reading, so if something doesn't resonate with you, please don't force it to fit your situation. And if you want something more personalized, you can certainly book a reading with me. My information is below, as well as on my website, twinflames3344.com. So I've already pre-shuffled. We're going to get right in here. So let's set the tone first with LENORMAND Reverie. And again, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for January 2022. I'm a little bit late getting started with January. Just had a lot of things I had to take care of. My water heater broke, and so I'm still having work done on my basement. So let's get going here. What's going on, Gemini? Gemini. The Power Woman. The 29 is being present in the moment, perhaps to your gifts, or perhaps a gift, or maybe you're expecting something to arrive. And you have the Lilies, which is all about spiritual union, maturity, peace, finding something that will come in that will bring peace. And there's the Loving Man. How beautiful is that, Gemini? And we have the Moon card here for the full moon today. I think it's today. This is beautiful. This is also Twin Flame, Choice of Path energy, the 32 of the Journey, and the Cancer Moon, the full moon. You got it all right there, Gemini. All right, let's see what else comes up for you. Setting the tone, it definitely looks relationship oriented. Let's roll the die for Gemini. January 2022, Gemini. All right, we have Capricorn, so perhaps some responsibilities coming up. We have the number 3 of coming together, joy. This is the Empress as well, abundance of the earth, but also siblings and cousins and all that sorts of thing. Just, 3 is all about the energy of joy in connecting with other people. And then we have Sagittarius here, which is good luck. Perhaps the arrow of love. And you have 3 is good luck too. And Capricorn, which is stable and responsible at the same time. We also have, let's see, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and 3 would be the Empress, which is Taurus, but also March, which is Pisces to Aries. So all that kind of springtime energy coming up along with Sagittarius and Capricorn, which is December. And 12 came up for the twins as well. And your Gemini, which is the twins. So that could be affecting you as well. So let's see what the main cards bring you. All right, Gemini, what's going on here? And it is the 17th, so we'll be going to air soon, Aquarius, which may be more of a comfortable time for you, depending on what your chart is like. All right, Gemini, here we go. Gemini for January 2022. Gemini. All right, here we go. And I don't know if Mercury's retrograde or not, but that could be affecting you right now as well. We have the 3 of Wands as the present energy, which came up here as well, the 29 right here. Being present in the moment to your gifts, but you might be standing on a landmine, so be careful about that. Being present in the moment. In this deck, he looks kind of like was just putting out a fire, or maybe he's a Texas Ranger or something, but somebody could be on the beach as well. Just looking out at the sea. I feel like... what's his name? From Greece. With the O. Onassis. This is what I'm getting. I don't know why, but I'm getting Onassis for some reason. That's the central energy for you, Gemini. And what the challenge for you is the Queen of Wands, which could be your energy if you have a lot of fire in your chart. She's very magnanimous and creative and sexy and popular and social. She likes to work out. All of those kinds of energies of that fire, but this is coming up as a challenge for you, so it could be another person as well, or perhaps your own fiery side. We'll see how she comes up. She's also got a cat there. Perhaps you have a black cat or a familiar. She is looking the other way. You are looking out at the ocean, and she's looking the other way in the garden. And the foundation for you is the Page of Wands. So there could be a mother and child here. Perhaps they're siblings as well, or just two fire signs. This can be just a message as well, which has to do with being inspired by something or excitement, perhaps a date. And the recent past for you, Gemini, is the Two of Cups. There's very much relationship energy here. I mean, it could be an older woman with a younger man, and Two of Cups here coming together. Soulmates, partnerships, just connecting in general. And then crowning is the Devil, which has to do with Capricorn, but also codependencies and the ball and chain here. So in this deck, you know, he's kind of pretty nasty there. He's got bat wings too. And I always get the movie theater with this too. Are you going to the movies a lot? Or are you tied to the movies, watching movies every night because you feel stuck in the house? But that could just be a Capricorn person as well. What's coming up for you, Gemini, is the Ten of Swords. When this is reversed, it's bliss. So don't see this as a negative. This can be bleeding out. It can be a painful ending or getting a massage. I was giving my sister a massage yesterday. So it could be as simple as that. But it could be major surgery as well as a betrayal. But then in reversed, it's about the bliss of the worst is over and the sword's falling out. So we'll see what comes up for you. You see yourself as the Fool, free with that loyal friend trying to keep up with you. And that's Aries energy as well. We have Capricorn and Aries. And a lot of fire here. So she could be you with Aries in your chart, or perhaps somebody else who's in your energy, like a child. And that could be a pet as well. Like the Page of Wands can be this white little doggy here. What's around you or how others see you is the Tower. So some kind of sudden event or epiphany or sexual exchange. Perhaps someone gets mad and kicks everybody out of the house, but we have like a fireman energy here. Maybe somebody's a firefighter and they literally were dealing with a fire in the house. This could obviously be somebody's personal home as well, but since we have the firefighter energy over here, that may be connected to you for some reason. And again, this could be somebody, you know, you could be freeing yourself from this house. Somebody could have blown up or had a fight, and then somebody left and freed themselves from the situation. But again, there's firefighter energy there, so there could have been some kind of trauma in that sense as well. I don't know if the Twin Towers may be coming up. Maybe somebody had a personal experience with the Twin Towers and it's comes up at this time. Maybe there's a birthday or anniversary or something like that that reminds you, or somebody freeing themselves from that wound regarding that. The block here for you is the Strength card, having to tame the inner beast, so to speak, or perhaps the dog. Maybe you have a cat and a dog, and there's a problem with them getting along. Okay, the black cat and the white dog, the black and white of it, they may be polar personalities. But this is the block for you, is being strong. You notice they're both in the challenge positions. The cat is in the challenge position, and this could be a cat or a dog as the block. But it could be the block, since it looks like they're taking them out for a walk. Could be the dog energy. And maybe the dog thinks they're a cat. That is really funny. But the lion's mane and the horse mane has been coming up as well as that, you know, it's like their crown. Oh, I'm getting the leash. The leash of the victim. It's like seeing it as a crown. Like it's hard to let go of your leash and be free because you've been a prisoner for so long. You know, your collar that you've been identified with, that the choker collar, basically, you don't want to let go of it. Like even if you're given, it's like a bird who gets their freedom and won't leave the cage because they're so used to being locked in, they don't know what to do once they receive their freedom. That's coming up. So that could just be regarding your pet or your energy or a child's energy. And then the ending energy here is the Ace of Wands. So it's really taking a closer look at this ace, this wand here that they both hold. The inspiration, the creativity, the passion, the growth. and offering this. I can't remember which read it was. Somebody else had the same Ace of Wands right here offering it, but I don't think it was the devil over there. I think it was a different energy. So there's some kind of passionate offer or lack of offer going over to a Capricorn or to a codependent energy or relationship that doesn't serve, right? It's a codependency. So what is connecting you to what's left hanging in limbo is the truth, the Ace of Swords. Is this the truth, or is it, in its reversed energy? We don't know. We'll see when the clarifiers come up. But the truth is being, or trying to be presented here, along with passion. This could be an exchange of passion or creativity for the truth, for the whole truth, or for somebody's crown, somebody getting their crown handed on a platter. Or is that victory? And what's left hanging in limbo here at the end is the Hermit, which is shedding light on the truth. And they're also standing at the top, like at the top of the mountain. You know what this reminds me of? When I went in up to Lake Placid and there was no snow on the mountain, but you could see the Olympic ski jump up there and what it looks like without any snow on it, and it's kind of scary because it's just a big rock. And that's the energy I'm getting here of the Hermit standing on the top of that ski jump with no snow on it and noticing it's a long way down. The rock. What came up in my other read? Dragon and rock came up, like drag on and rock. And here's this rocky, which should have a snow-covered slope. It doesn't have any snow on it. So it'd be a very painful run, wouldn't it? And also can refer to, once you get to once you have something, it's really hard not to have it anymore. So, once you you get to the top, there's no satisfaction because there's nowhere else to go. You've done everything, and all you can do now is fall, right? And that's that fear a lot of people have of losing what they've already gained. So that's coming up as well. So we'll see. I'm going to pull a couple extra cards for the end in case I need them. And then we're going to show you the bottom of the deck. See what comes up. And again, there's this ongoing theme, not just with your read, but when I was doing the twin flame read as well, which Gemini can reference twin flame, about the fear of death and the fear of others dying if you're asleep. And again, the fall, the long way down. The bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups, which is synchronicities for me, but it's also lots of options. He looks like he's taking a gamble in this deck. Taking a gamble because it may be confusing. There's too many choices. I'm just going to gamble on it. I'm just going to pick one. All right, so somebody who's been thinking about something, but they don't know what to do, feeling sorry for oneself, or just being bored and apathetic, or refusing an offer of love because it seems like all the rest, or not even noticing this offer from God because you're so in your head. And there's the full moon. And that could be the full moon energy that's now. But we have the Chariot here. There's this energy of the sovereign who's got everything they need, perhaps except for a partner to share it with. She's a catch. And then here's somebody else who's coming who doesn't have quite as much as she does, and that could be a masculine energy who doesn't feel quite worthy or doesn't like to compete with a woman who's got more than him. And then we have the Chariot of making a bold move. And awakening, perhaps. So perhaps there's a little ego here. Eagle was just coming up too. And also the chariot races at the Colosseum were coming up in the other read today too, of all the dead that's buried underneath the Colosseum. The graveyard of warriors gone by. It's like the ghost of warriors gone by. And the brokenness, or taking the show of Rome and the Colosseum on the road is like what's coming up as the U.S. And you see the wings here of freedom, finding our freedom as we move, right, from Italy and Europe, of England into the United States, because, right, we're from all over the place. And then the ego, or the enlightenment, the awakening of freedom and needing to release your chains. And here's the full moon in Cancer, which is a great time to release, right? It's in its natural sign. and then the energy of grounding and integrating, or starting over again instead if it's not working. If you're confused, not to make a decision. It's when you're, and it's also, you don't have to wait till the end to start over. If it doesn't serve you, why waste all that time finishing this cycle when you could just leave this cycle and start with what does resonate with you? There's all these choices though. Someone might be confused about what their choices are. We have 3 here and 1 more that they may see, but there may actually be 7 here that they're not aware of, which can be even more confusing. And then just needing to take a gamble because like they're just overwhelmed about what choice to make or which ones to pick. So there may be some confusion there, or just seeing synchronicities and heaven in your eyes. Let's see what's happening here, Gemini. I'm kind of happy for you though, because this looks really positive compared to a lot of the reads that you've had in the past. I don't have any Gemini in my chart, but I have 2 parents who are Geminis, and my brother's a Gemini. My nephew, my brother-in-law, I've got a lot of Gemini in my family. I'm actually going to be seeing my Gemini brother soon. And we're both Mercury because I'm Virgo, so there could be travel in the future for some of you Mercurial people, whether it's Gemini or Virgo. So let's see, why do you have the 7 of Cups? Why is that in your underlying energy, Gemini, underneath the 2 of Cups? The Ace of Swords is coming up reversed. There's some kind of lie that was here, an untruth, a need for clarity. This can be a split or a divide, some kind of cut as well, and trying to get over that. There's your 7 of Cups. Trying to get over that by seeing what your options are, what do you love to do, identifying which one serves you, what it is you actually value. That was coming up as well already today. So getting over any loss, regret, guilt, or shame regarding a lie or a split or a divide, and seeing what your options are. And this is coming up as the King of Wands reversed. Or maybe what are your options with the King of Wands reversed, who may be a Leo or somebody with Leo in their chart, but this also could be regarding pets, since you have the pet energy that came up here. So what are your options here? In the recent past, you have the 2 of Cups. And there may have been some suffering and silence over this. Nightmares, purging, not being able to sleep, right? Some kind of unrequited love. The Tower, sudden events, sudden explosions, nightmares about the past. Perhaps, like I said, 9/11 could come up for some of you. But again, this could be blowing your top, blowing your cover, blowing your crown, right? Could be blowing your crown in the awakening, and blowing your mind. This could be sexual energy as well. But again, someone not getting any sleep because of the trauma of this connection. And there's Scorpio there as well. As far as the main cards, you have Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Leo, and Virgo. The foundation is the Page of Wands, which can be your child, but it can be a message as well. It could be your energy. It's the Magician reverse, which is someone who's insecure or without the tools, and there could be a lot of manipulation here, right? You don't want to mess with this energy, right? When they're here, they're very powerful with their tools on board, right? The Magician. But when it's here, it's that negative manipulation or insecurity. When someone feels insecure, doesn't have the tools to do something, and feel like they need to manipulate in order to get by. And there could be arrogance here for sure. And that could be the energy of a child, right? Who wants something, but they don't know how to get it. So it could be a child who's acting arrogant, even though they're insecure. And we have a father, mother, and a child here. Or these could be siblings here, right? The King of Wands, the Page of Wands, and then the Queen of Wands. And connecting. The central energy here for you is that 3 of Wands, which also came up there, along with the twin flame choice of path and the journey. So you could be a twin flame. We have the central energy of coming together here in joy with the Three of Wands. So is that the present? We have the Empress who's got it all together, right? This is like that older energy of the Nine of Pentacles, who is in this underlying energy. A younger person who's got it all together and an older person who's got it all together. And coming together here in a connection, perhaps with more than 3 people, because we have the Seven of Cups here. And maybe not sure if the King of Wands will show up or not. But coming together with the child at least. Maybe the challenge is the Queen of Wands and not the King of Wands. Maybe he's challenged by having her come together. And also the child feeling insecure and manipulative. Or this could be the childlike energy between the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here, right? Both wanting to manipulate each other or being arrogant with each other or playing games. Queen of Wands, why is she the challenge? The Empress has gifts. She's in really positive coming together energy. This could be a mother trying to get their children to come together, or this could be a couple who are having problems and perhaps the mother's inviting them to come together here to connect. Perhaps deal with codependencies or addictions, or the Capricorn energy here. But why is the Queen of Wands the challenge? The Page of Wands, who's upright. And the Page of Cups. Pets. Maybe this is 2 people who do want to come together, but their pets don't get along. Or their kids don't get along. Or this is their inner children. Because these are both upright, but they're coming up as challenges here. So there very much could be Leo energy here and Aries. And then we have water here, a lot of water, which is, we have Scorpio here as well. And then we have Capricorn and Virgo over there, earth sign energy. So the challenge is the Queen of Wands because of the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. And the Page of Wands is here, is present. 2, the addictions or codependency. So whether that has to do with pets, children, or your own inner children. But these are upright, really positive, sweet energies, but very different. Standing up to each other. Or them needing to stand up to each other because they're different. They need to take the high ground and not fight, but allow each other's differences. It's like the kids know how to do that, but the parents don't. And then we have the Devil here with the High Priestess here and the moon, the full moon. So for me, this is Pisces, but this could be Virgo, perhaps Aquarius as well. And then we have Cancer over here. Some people consider this Pisces, but for me, this is Pisces and Cancer. And then we have the Devil here, which is kind of the opposite energy of the High Priestess, right? Because that's very dark, and this is very at peace, and the secret keeper or advisor, or this could be a very religious woman as well at the full moon, keeping secrets at the full moon, right? The full moon isn't, and the phone is ringing a lot. There may be a call you need to answer. This is howling at the full moon. And so how is this person staying at peace like she is when everyone else is out there howling because of the full moon energies? In the full moon, there's not complete illumination like the sun. There's secrets and romance, and, you know, it can have positive and negative effects. So why is that with the Devil there? Right at the full moon, maybe you have an excuse. The devil made me do it. But there could be a Pisces and a Cancer with you. Kind of to balance out your energies. Maybe this is someone who's more on the devilish side, or a Capricorn. And then these 2 people around you help to balance your energies out because they're more watery. This also could be an advisor, an aide, a religious counsel at the full moon or at night. You know, getting someone to take care of someone at night, or taking care of the pets at night, or the kids at night if you have little kids. So perhaps you can be a little bit more devilish or codependent, but maybe the kids are a little bit devilish there at the present moment. if this Page of Wands is coming up as upright in their positive energy, but yet manipulative and arrogant. So you got to be careful, because when a kid, kid acts like their parent, like they're mimicking their parent, but they don't have the experience to back it up. And this may be the concern of this parent over here, the King of Wands reversed, perhaps with Leo in their chart, or about a pet or a Leo child, which could be this person. So we have Aries and Leo, and not so much Sagittarius yet, so it's more Aries Leo energy. And then we have Scorpio energies here too, which can be very very sexual energy, and someone being strong, but there is this passionate energy here, and it feels like two people don't necessarily resonate with each other, and then two people do, or two kids or pets. So whatever the situation is for you. Why do you have the Ten of Swords coming up? Gemini, the Hierophant. So there's Taurus energy here. This is some kind of commitment or marriage, a religion or establishment. This could be a leader of the old patriarchal society that expects people to bow down to them. But this is the old all boys club as well in this deck. This also could reference a hospital, but this is like political, like this is the redcoats, the powers that be. This one doesn't necessarily agree with this one, right? The different lines of thinking. This is the businessman, this is the religious man, or the different parts of politics, whether it's the justice system and the main court, so to speak. And then we have the fallen angel here. This is a lack of patience, a lack of balance, someone who doesn't believe in God, who has no patience for this, which can be Aries, Sagittarius now reversed. With Taurus person, they don't see things the same way. This one may be very religious and this one's not. And there may be some kind of painful ending around this regarding the King of Swords as well, and ending a family situation or emotional cycle that no longer serves them. They're all upright except for the Sagittarius energies, which may just reference someone who's got Sagittarius in their chart, but it's not their sun sign. But it also can reference impatience. The Emperor's giving the sideways glance to this religious energy over here. So they don't subscribe to that at all, but the Queen of Wands may. So maybe two very different perspectives on that. So here we have Taurus, Aries, and then Sag reversed with the King of Swords upright, which could be a Gemini person, so that could be you. And we have the Ten of Swords. So it looks like an ending of an unhappy situation, which is good. They're all upright, except for the Sagittarius energy. Why are you seeing yourself as the Fool, which just came up as the Page of Swords, which definitely is Gemini energy. Somebody who's stepping up to the plate, right? Spreading the word, advertising. Gemini is very good at communication, but this is immature communication. It's a page. So again, we have this Fool here, and that could be because that their intentions are good, but they're young and immature verbally. And this could be the energy of this person or the younger person here who may be following them and mimicking them. This could be a child mimicking what their parent does, or a pet mimicking what their owner does, even like a parrot who speaks what their parent speaks. And this is about Atlas and the weight of the world. This could be a slave driver, a child acting like their parent and being a slave driver at work, telling other people what to do, but their intentions may be good because they think they're being like their parent, but they don't have the experience to back it up, and maybe they don't realize that. So I don't see negative intentions there, but it can come off as being arrogant because they don't know what they're doing. So it's definitely coming up as that childlike energy. And again, there's some frustration here, someone who doesn't really understand, someone who's not humored by this, by a child acting like an adult, or not, maybe there's no growth here, they're not learning. This could be a lack of respect in somebody's mind as well. But also this is someone carrying 10 wands. But if they only drop one, it's still too much work. It's still the Wounded Warrior, the Knight of Wands. And this one perhaps praising themselves for taking one wand off their platter, but they still have 9. And this one's freeing themselves from the situation. and not caring. You know, this is an explosive situation. Why do we have the Tower? And who's doing all the work? Okay, this is some kind of judgment call, an announcement, a wake-up call. This could be someone coming in to save the day, waking up the dead. This could be a graveyard being uncovered too, because that came up. This is a graveyard being unearthed. That's why the Colosseum, all of the corpses under the Colosseum were coming up earlier. So this is relating to you. And that's going to reference any site where a lot of people died. You know, so whether it's the Colosseum, whether it's Israel, whether it's 9/11 and the Twin Towers, there is a wake-up call regarding all the dead. But this is also the wake-up call of the collective. I'm getting, can you hear the angels sing? What is this song? Is that the song of angry men? I'm just blanking out on the song, but that's coming up. The song of anger. What is that song? Blanking out on what the song is. Sorry about that. But you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's judgment here, a lack of expression of true feelings here. This could be delays after delay in communication or travel, or a lot of heated debates or heated exchange here regarding a judgment announcement or some kind of judgment call. There's an explosion here of information, or being called out or kicked out, or after news comes in. This is a lot of arguing back and forth, and then again having a fight and getting kicked out after someone did a whole lot of work, and then the word gets out. When they've only released one wand, they're still not finished. They've got 9, they're still carrying 9 wands. So what is it that you're doing? Because you're coming up as the Page of Swords, getting the word out. Maybe you're partnering up with someone who does all the work, and you're the communication, you're the tech person, you're the communicator, and the Page of Wands may be the inspiration, right? But maybe they don't have all the tools, and they're seeking you for the communication, the tech abilities, which definitely, that's me. I get very frustrated with tech stuff. So the block here is the strength, the manifestation. Again, the inner and outer strength, the dance between the masculine and the feminine, and taming the inner beast, taming your pets, taming your children, or trying to pacify the beasts, all the beasts in your life at the full moon. And here we have the Two of Wands and a choice of path, or perhaps maybe someone's worried about getting an ultimatum from someone. And again, we have Leo energy with Scorpio, you know. Don't get a Leo and Scorpio at each other, because, you know, that's a big fight. So we have, again, in the fall, perhaps falling off the wagon, doing something under the radar, giving somebody a choice without telling anybody else, or somebody's worried about that. About will they be able to maintain being strong when they're being given a choice or an ultimatum. And someone's just attention seeking or feeling like a failure. And this is someone, you know, with their tail between their legs. Will you be able to humble yourself? Or will they, you know, somebody worrying about ahead of time how the other person may treat them or react to them. And then here is the Ace of Wands, which is reversed over here. So why is the Ace of Wands reversed? In alignment with the Devil card. There's separation or heartbreak or disappointment here, or perhaps in the rain. And this can be some kind of minor surgery as well, you know, like getting a cath where you're not in the hospital for any amount of time. Because you do have the Ten of Swords here. I mean, this could be a hospital here, where somebody went in for a procedure. This could be a surgeon, right? And the family's worried or unhappy. So it could be some kind of minor surgery, or maybe post a major surgery. There may be a minor infection. somebody's stuck, they're disabled. But this also has to do with not being brave, right? Not having the balls to move on, right? To move forward. This also could be someone stuck or stubborn, disabled, paralyzed by their emotions, so they can't move because they're heartbroken. And there's a lack of passion here, growth or creativity here, being left out in the cold. Okay, the two chains left out in the cold together. Out in the rain, right? If it's the winter time, it's raining and someone got locked out of the house, someone got kicked out of the house or locked out of the house in a fight, and it's freezing cold outside and they didn't have their coats. This also could be locked out of the hospital, right? Or got discharged from the hospital, but they still can't walk or function. Perhaps they're disappointed because they were hoping they could stay another day, or people weren't allowed to come visit, right? They're kicked out. There's some kind of frustrations, not understanding why, right? Not humored by the situation, not aroused, or just frustrated in general. And then the Ace of Swords, about the truth coming out to the Hermit. And the Knight of Wands rushing in to save the day. This is some kind of instability of the house. So this looks like someone rushing out of this explosive situation, whether it's a fight or a fire. This could be that fireman, right? Rushing out of a burning flame. Perhaps that burning house or a party that went sour, a brawl. So whether it's a family fight, a party that went sour, or a fire that happened, this is that energy of someone rescuing people from an unstable situation. And the truth about what happened. Perhaps with an ex or a lover and the devil, this could be something that went really bad, like in the War of the Roses, or, somebody wanted to get back at the other one, so they torched the house, like in Endless Love. But this is about the detoxing. But remember, when going from codependencies or addictions and temptation, before the detox is the worst, right? That's when everything goes to hell, everything explodes, the breakup, the worst of it. And then there needs to be rehab situation here after someone comes in to save the day, but then maybe they couldn't save the day. They had to leave because it was too dangerous even for them to stay. And here's the truth of that, perhaps, or presenting the information about the lie, actually, the split, what happened in the split or the divide, the lies and the need for clarity, the need for victory, or the ego need to win something, and people, fighting each other just not even because they want to be together anymore, but just because they want to win. But there's some kind of energy here. It could even be like, I was just getting insurance fraud, like where their house, there was something about the house that could never get fixed. And so perhaps someone torched the house to get the insurance, but I'm not really getting that so much money-wise. It was more about getting back the other person. It wasn't about the money. And then here is the Hermit. And it could be an accidental thing as well. Why is the Hermit there? And there's the Chariot. So the Hermit there is like a mode of infiltration here. The vehicle of infiltration. The Chariot is bold movement here. To travel, to move, to ascend, to bring the polarities to the center, right? With that very focused energy. Coming in to fix things in a falling out in the past, a bad childhood, children who are acting up and misbehaving. Maybe the kids had a party and caused a problem, or a big fight broke out. And this is then the emergency, the ambulance or the police come, right? In this emergency situation, someone in a bold move. But again, it's that Colosseum energy of just because kids were bored. Or these two from the past or siblings were bored, or they didn't see the love that was being offered them, so they ignored it. And because they ignored what needed to be done, all hell broke loose in some kind of situation here, when it could have been avoided. And again, that could just be a lesson for children, that parents are always trying to teach their children when they don't listen. But it can be an adult who's expressing this as well, especially in a breakup situation. So after the Hermit there is the Ace of Cups. So we don't know about the Ace of Cups, whether it's upright or reverse, but there is an energy of love coming up here. But there was a falling out or difficulty with children here. And the children energy, they're all coming up upright. I feel like this is a past falling out or a bad childhood and needing to heal that, and someone shedding light on the long way down when you're at the top. And there's the Knight of Cups coming in, hopefully wanting to offer love and not being jealous. We'll have to see if that energy comes up here. And then we have the Nine of Swords, which is about not being able to sleep, purging at night or suffering in silence, having nightmares, stressed out, not knowing what to do. And then we have the Eight of Swords, which is about an imprisonment and allowing yourself to be free from the imprisonment. But again, people who have been a prisoner for many, many, many years don't understand what to do with their freedom. It's like after the war is over, that's why people have PTSD and the looting begins, because now they celebrate and have fun, and then all of a sudden they don't know what to do with themselves. They're confused because their body is still in war mode. They don't know what to do with themselves. It's the same thing with freeing yourself here. And here's the Four of Swords of the 5D connection, or perhaps taking a rest or a break. This could be someone celibate who's protecting their sexual energy. There's a lot of swords right here. And then we have the Queen of Swords, which can be you, Gemini, doing all this, going through the nightmare of feeling like a prisoner and releasing yourself, connecting and protecting your sexual energy or your creativity. And then Destiny coming up here with the Wheel. But I think this was reversed. Maybe it was just bad timing. So we have and this is also Libra. So in addition to the other energies that were coming up here, with Capricorn and Aries and Scorpio and Leo, and then we have Virgo, and for me this is Libra. So we have the Ace of Cups. Why is that there? It has to do with this connection here, right here and up here. This connection of the power woman and the loving man, and at the full moon and the need for peace and union of people who may be very different, coming together and seeing eye to eye, seeing each other face to face, perhaps for the first time in a long time. Or here's that awakening with Capricorn energy or Pisces energy to the imbalance that needs to be corrected with the wounded warrior who got really hurt or is still trying to guard their wounds. In a breakup or in a lack of receiving, a refusal to receive love. The Knight of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. There's two queens here. They're both upright. One may be an earth sign, so Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, and then a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. They could be friends, sisters, or two doing their own thing, but side by side, each doing their own thing, what they love to do. But this also could be two women being offered love from one man. And this is the energy of at least the Queen of Cups working overtime, or things just not working out in a monetary sense. But for the Queen of Pentacles, she may be stable. But here she may be focused on heart, but not doing so well business-wise. And here is the Knight of Cups coming in to offer help, and that could be the King of Pentacles. He's looking the other way, though. This could be a different Knight of Cups, could be coming in to offer love to the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, because it's not working out between them and the King of Pentacles. So this could be two getting in a split. You know, they could be siblings as well, but if they're breaking up, the Queen of Cups might be between them. She may be a friend or relative of the Queen of Pentacles that she's hanging out with. And then here is the Knight of Cups who's offering love, and this Knight of Cups may be related to her friend over here. Or these could be siblings. These also could be like two different families coming together here, but these two aren't getting along. They're all upright though. I don't know what the Knight of Cups is doing. The Nine of Swords, why? What's the nightmare here? Someone's reaping rewards of their efforts. The Knight of Cups may be jealous of that. Somebody's suffering in silence or purging or not being able to sleep because they don't feel worthy. This is someone who's got a lot. They have 7 pentacles. They may not have 10, but they have 7. Maybe they don't know if they can retire with this, or they don't know what to do with it. They don't know if they're going to go back to work or invest or spend. What can they do with it? Or maybe they're trying to figure out what kind of vacation to take, but with the world upside down and they can't travel everywhere. Or perhaps there's issues around the neighborhood and you're not sure what to do. And just saving, perhaps for a trip around the world, but maybe that was your dream, and now because of the issues, you don't know what to do right now. And this is somebody not sleeping and rising above, or awakening and coming out. There's definitely been some suffering in silence, or nightmares, stress, purging, crying, wanting to be released or freed. Right? This is not ending a cycle, right? The death card is an ending. This is your hope, it's like the story that never ends, which is for everyone in the world right now, the situation that we're all in. So being very frustrated and wanting to be free, but perhaps once you get your freedom, are you ready to know what you want for yourself? We have Scorpio reversed and Aquarius upright here. This is about your dreams coming true. Once you get all your dreams, are you sure that's what you want? Are you sure that's what's going to make you happy? So make sure you know what you value at this point. This can be an Aquarius person. It can be your dream girl. It can be your dream in general. But we're going into Aquarius now. So there's this energy of the need to complete something in order to go into this new cycle here, to free yourself from the injustice of the war. Again, it could be the War of the Roses. We have a lack of sleep here, or an awakening going on. Well, people drained or being drained by children, or by overexposure, over radiation, a lack of happiness, a lack of vacation, or somebody defending their crazy children to the justice system over here. Or pets, right? This could be someone at war about their pets or children causing problems, and perhaps having to go to court or something. Somebody not losing sleep over their children, right? Worried if they go to sleep, their children will die. That was a wound that came up that I brought up already. Defending them to injustice around. And that could be anything. But we also have Leo and Libra, both reversed right there. And then the Queen of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Okay, so you're coming up. You got the Page of Swords, and then you have the Knight of Swords. So you're definitely the one rushing in with the truth, the deliveries, the messages, getting your truth across. The Ace of Cups is upright here. There is love being offered. Perhaps there's a Hermit or Virgo offering love. And then we have the Page of Cups. Okay, there's love coming from a place of news, new information, clarity, from someone who has let go of holding on. Perhaps wanting to fix or repair or make amends, perhaps even fixing up the house here. And that's coming from the Hermit reversed. So someone who was over-isolating or feeling like they were going crazy, or a parent who's got Alzheimer's or dementia, any which way, this is energy about wanting to fix things with them, or them coming out to offer love after coming out of over-isolation, which can be you. This is somebody coming out to fix things with new information and clarity about offering of love and the truth, either to the Queen of Swords or from the Queen of Swords. And we have Libra here as well, so she could be a Libra. But this is, I think the Wheel of Fortune was reversed, so perhaps it's just not time yet, or in this downturn, or somebody with Libra in their chart and they're not a sun sign Libra. Here we have the Page of Pentacles. This could be a good student, an opportunity, an invitation, maybe studying the gold coin, unity consciousness, or looking more closely, examining something, taking an exam, in order to release yourself from the prison that you're in, and perhaps do something different, right? Because you're going from one pentacle to two. This is manifesting something completely new, to release yourself from the prison that you were in, no longer wanting to suffer in silence and be doing what you were doing something new, starting over again, performing perhaps, juggling, doing the daily grind, making other people happy so they don't have to focus on all the misery that's going on, and then and setting yourself free. Set yourself free. Out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. Don't need to be coy, Roy. Just listen to me. So it's all about set yourself free. That's you. So but we have Libra here too. And maybe you have Libra in your chart. And then we have, this is somebody withholding time, money, and effort, or just saving for that new life. This is what you were doing. Or this could playing hardball with people who don't get it. And there's the Queen of Swords, she's reversed. So the Queen of Swords reversed could be a negative self-talk in this awakening, or because she hasn't slept. But her words could be cutting at times, especially if she's playing hardball. This could be a cutthroat lawyer too. This is somebody coming clean, getting clean, or cleaning up the act. You know, it could be coming clean about their client's situation, but they're playing hardball. And there comes the Knight of Cups up here, offering the love. So why is the Knight of Cups offering love? They're offering the love to the King of Cups reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, and neither of which came up here. So before this Knight of Cups, which may have been this Queen of Swords, you know, after being silent or negative and coming clean about saving or playing hardball or withholding their time, money, and effort, turning around and then offering love to those with conditions of love or those having a hard time, with the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups reversed, but also offering love to those who are in a good position, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, but they may be in a split or something where the King of Pentacles isn't talking to her. So offering love to all different kinds of people, including these who may have dysfunctional family issues or have been through a loss. And here the Ten of Swords is coming up as the bliss state. This is bliss. The worst is over of the war that's going on or the political situation that's going on. And there is bliss now to be had in coming together to co-create, whether this is school, church, work, whatever it is for you, the hospital, the architect, looking back at coming together to create and looking back at the past to purge, right? In the pursuit of happiness, to find your sovereignty, who you really are, how to be totally happy on your own, even when things aren't going your way. And that could be Libra energy as well. And then feeling uncomfortable, right? Even when things aren't going your way and you're uncomfortable, like the elephants in the room, the need to walk away and within, finding your sovereignty and how to be happy with yourself when all of that's going on, and knowing how to find peace, right? By just walking away instead of staying in it. You don't have to, you can choose to be unhappy or uncomfortable, you can choose not to be, and you can choose to have peace. So it's all about perspective, which is so much in this relationship, because we're coming up, you know, you have the power woman and the loving man coming up at the head of your read regarding maturity and spirituality. There's a lot of immature energy with all these pages. It's just about growing up and, right, do you love this person or do you not love this person? What do you want? What do you value? Are you able to accept the things about them that aren't like you? And do they actually complement you? And can you see that perspective instead of a negative perspective? And do you really want to fight with them, or do you want them to love you? So then you just keep loving them until they come down from their ego to do the same, just like breaking in a horse. You keep showing up every day with love and an apple, and they will eventually come around. If you're sincere. It has to be in love and truth, otherwise that doesn't work, because an animal feels your vibration. So let's see what the oracle cards have for you. It's really about setting yourself free from negative perspectives, from other people's perspectives, being able to be in the same space with someone who's different than you and not judge each other and not need to be strong, but just to be happy with yourself. When you're happy with yourself, if someone else is having a bad day, then all you have to do is go to another room. You don't have to take it personally. You have to follow your own guidance, and they have to find theirs. And that may not always match every day. Let's see what the Romance Angels has for you, Gemini. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So again, if pride is getting in the way of expressing love because someone has hurt you in the past, or you feel like they're winning if you say you love them, then they're going to take advantage of that and, you know, try to get their way all the time. There is true love here. This is the romance of a lifetime. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. It's all about love, Gemini, for you. This is a good one. So make sure you trust. You know, it's all about your own faith, forgiving and learning. As you release the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So it's about forgiveness and release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So it's not just about your ex, but the old way of being with a person that you're with now. If you've been with them before, they hurt you before, releasing all those ex energies to start brand new again, to forgive and learn. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. There's definitely true love, and for you to express it, to not be afraid to express your love. You know, after worrying about codependencies in the past and not being offered passion or creativity, not being offered truth, over isolating, feeling like you're going crazy or being called crazy, but still being loved, still offering love, right? Dealing with ending the nightmare, releasing yourself from the prison, letting go of your chains that bind you, awakening even when you don't sleep well, to knowing if you're feeling negative that day, to not take it out on other people, and just knowing that the tide will change. It just happens to be a bad day. That doesn't mean you won't feel better later today and you'll be in a great mood, or the next day. It always corrects itself. So in trying to remember that, let's see what the numerology cards has for you as well. Again, you may be dealing with pets and children as well, so but there is true love here. Look at that. Forgiveness. Okay, 96, a lot of blue and purples, which is all about speaking your truth and using your intuition. Perseverance of the heart, green, and stability is the fourth chakra. And love. This card rarely comes up in these reads. Number 6 in love. There is love for you here. The bottom of the deck is music. 32 and the journey. It's really significant for you. This is the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. Have confidence in your passion and your creativity regarding music, whatever that may be for you. Okay, Gemini. That's a really good read for you, actually. It's very chaotic. There may have been some kind of trauma that happened in your life, or wounds that you're clearing that are very traumatic, that they're these death wounds that are bubbling up right now. Literally, there could have been a graveyard that was unearthed, but there's all of these kind of wounds coming up to be cleared. So remember, it's not you, it's the collective energies coming up to be cleared. And so I hope this was helpful to you, Gemini. There is love for you right now. So make sure you drink your water, get your rest, your joy in your nature, be good to yourself, and follow your own intuition. And breathe. Rise and be love, you guys. I'll see you soon. Have an amazing day, Gemini.